Hi guys, so today I'm going to share with you the Spellbinders March 2021 APG die set. It makes this really sweet vignette of the mason jar, basically with the flowers there. These items were sent free of charge from Spellbinders, and all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I usually talk a little bit about the club. If you're familiar with it, you can sign up. Today's being the 3rd. Every month after that, you would be billed on the 3rd and you would get your club. You can easily in the portal skip, cancel, modify it. Maybe you only want the APG this month. Maybe next month you want a value club, or maybe you want to add on the clear stamp or something. Any combination of thereof you can do in the portal. It's really easy and no fuss there. Just get on there and you can add paper packs, for the month, however you want to work it. It's really easy. And along with that, you get 10% off the site. And I mention this every time, but people ask this a lot of times. The 10% does not come off like at the checkout, or it's like a coupon code you have to put in. It's just automatic. So if you're not logged in, you're going to see prices that are just the general Spellbinders prices. But when you log in to your Spellbinders page or the portal, however you want to work it, then the 10% will be reflected in the price that you see. It's already off of there. Having said that, they are having a sale, just started today, it depends on when you're watching this, I suppose, of an extra 20% off clearance items. So you put it in your cart and then the 20% off comes off at the cart, but your 10% is already reflected in the price that you see. So you get an extra 20% off. And that's for everybody, but everybody gets the 20% off if you pick up those clearance items that are in that section. So I'll have links for that too for you guys. So let's look at the dies here. So really, really beautiful. The APG is designed by Becca Feakin. Always elegant, lovely, the way she designs everything. So that's kind of her feel, at least that's what I get from that. So this month is no different. This is very similar. She does a lot of vignettes. I have videos already for the camera, for the sleigh, for, do I do the typewriter yet? I might have not done the typewriter yet. The telephone, tons of cute little dies that she does in this way. And basically they're supposed to make like a 3-dimensional card that then flattens out in your envelope. And they're all very similar as far as this is your mechanism. You're going to cut 2 of these just the way you see it, like this, run it through your paper. And either one goes on either side. You're going to run through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the jar, the outer jar. If you want to cut away the insert, then you use this insert, but you need 5 of those guys. And 2 of them, you cut the side tabs off, and that's going to make your front and your back that you're going to attach to these pieces. And then in the center, you're going to have 3 that still have the hinges, and you're just going to pop them through here. So real easy. The reason I'm explaining that is because I'm going to do something different today, especially since I'm launching this video or creating this video for the 3rd. I'm sure you've already seen how to use it in the basic way, right? The way it's intended. So normally I stick to the intention, how you're going to do it. But today I'm doing a little something different, which you saw in the thumbnail, so hopefully you guys like that. It has a little lid, which is adorable, a little tag. You can put whatever you want on there, whatever little sentiment you might want to stamp on there. We have stems, lots of stems. I love the way she pairs everything up, and she does this typically with her dies. What Becca does is keeps them together so you can run them through all at once, which is really nice. So like these, we'll cut the 3 layers for that one flower. If you want to use different colors, you can just run it through a different color. And maybe even mix and match those in between those things. Today I'm going to keep it all one color, and I'm going to use ink to kind of change up the color a little bit, give it a little depth. These 2 are separate, but normally they're just stuck together. Again, there's 2 layers, so that's probably why you can do this one and then one other instead of cutting all 3. Something with more layers. This is like a little daffodil, or tulip, should I say. Kind of. I don't know. Just a really pretty flower here. And I like that she put the centers of some of the other flowers in here. And that's interesting because usually you would cut this if it's like a tulip or a daffodil, or not a daffodil, more of a tulip. You might use like a yellow color, so that works out because the little centers can be yellow. And so we have those guys, and this is just more of like a beautiful kind of open flower. We have swirlies, which I just noticed, these little beautiful things that you can add on. And then of course we have lots of different types of leaves. So some smaller ones, some little jagged ones, a more smooth one. And really gorgeous set. So in my mind, I already have kind of an idea of what I want to do. Like I said, I want to make a shaker. So there's a few things I'm going to grab from this. I was going to use the new paper pack I had just picked up recently. But I think I was going to go with some lighter colors. Even though there's lighter colors in here, I do want to show you. I just picked this up most recently. They're new colors. Color Essential cardstock. This is the assorted pack. And hopefully you can see all the different colors that are in there. And I recently picked up also a 10-pack of the alabaster paper. That's really pretty. Really nice cream color. I might still dig into this. I think I'm going to get the green from this because I want the green stems to be a little deeper in the leaves than the colors that are in the card kit. So I think I'm going to use the card kit. This is the March 2021 card kit, so this is what is available this month. And hopefully I made that clear at the beginning. When you sign up for Spellbinders, if today is the day you sign up, they're going to ship this in a couple days, you know, and this is what you're going to get. I know with some other companies you sign up and then the next month is what, you know, you get the item the next month or however, but this is day by day, which is really nice. I'm going to use some of the paper in here, I think, because when I was looking through this to get some of the other sheets, I was like, oh, this would be so cute if I put this paper in the background. I think that'd be really fun. So I'm going to use a little sheet of this one. Also, the same thing, if you placed it on this, where is it? I think it would be really pretty, make like a bigger card. This one. This is 6-inch paper, so I would make like a 6.5-inch square card and then put your little jar, your mason jar with the flowers. How pretty would that be? And then I'm going to pick out some of the colors in here. So when I looked through it, I was like, okay, you know, I'll use the yellow, of course. Not gold, I'm going to put it in the background. I'll use the lavender color and then like a softer pink. So let me look through here. So this is the mint tea kind of green color it has. Sorry if the lighting is a little bit off. White. I'll probably use this lighter pink. And then you can mix and match the colors of pink, or, you know what I'm saying, if you just want to do cardstock and not ink like I'm going to do. And then I was like, okay, and then I'll look for like a silver color, you know, later. But then I realized, you know what, there's gray in this kit, and I think gray is good enough for the lid. I think we'll go with that. So, oh, and then this light blue is the color I want to cut the jar with, so I figured some glass looks like a little bit blue, you know what I'm saying? And I thought it'd be nicer than just using white, so I'm going to use the blue for the jar. And I might come back to this for more paper in just a minute, but let me put this away. Let me cut some of these things down because I don't need the whole paper, and I'll be right back. Down my papers. I am going to grab the green from this set. Look at that, so pretty. It's just very nice pop of color there. Hopefully you can see some of the other colors since I had the pack closed up. That gorgeous orange and the yellow in here is really like a soft yellow, so pretty. Pink, a little bit deeper pink. This is that corally color I just love. And on the outside it tells you it's pomegranate, dahlia, pink sand, beeswax, persimmon, rainforest, teal topaz, waterfall, cosmic sky, and lilac blossoms. So looks like I'm using a rainforest. And then behind that is that teal, the gorgeous light blue, that deep blue, and then a purple. So I'll cut a little piece down off of this in just a minute. Just want to show you what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to run this through a couple times so I can get the different layers for two, you know, yellowish of this flower here. And then these guys I'm going to cut out in purple, and as many as will fit on this strip, so probably another 2, maybe 3. And on this one, I definitely want an odd number of some of these. I always like to keep something in an odd number, so I'll either get 2 or 3 of these, however I want to work that. I might need another little piece of that pink. And then I have this guy that I'm going to run through. Now this will make a whole piece with the center attached still, right? It's intact. But I want it to be cut away because we're going to make a shaker. So I'm going to cut this one out just like this. And whatever die cutting machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies, they are all interchangeable. And I'm just going to tape that down. I'll run this through just like this. And then for our little lid, I'll do this here. And again, these stems here, I'll run it through enough so I can get the 5, including, you know, different varied leaves. I'll cut those out too, and I'll be right back. Most of my pieces cut, and then I was thinking about, you know what we're gonna do with our lid is our fun little trick that we learned long ago from Lisa from Local King there. I'm gonna take some packaging tape, and I'm gonna take my paper that's just plain, and I'm gonna put the packaging tape on here. Obviously it's wider than I need, but that's okay. Let me stick it down to my table here. And when you run this through your machine, the machine's going to push it into your paper, so it doesn't really matter how you use it there. I will recommend, actually I'm going to take this off. Now this is not low-tack tape, but that's okay. To tape that down, run this through, and we're going to have a shiny lid. Now we could have done the same thing with this guy. You just put the tape either this way or however it covers up your paper. But look at that. So fun. Okay, I'm gonna grab some inks because we're gonna ink this up in different colors, and I'll be right back. These guys on a craft mat because I'm going to then just take a little finger dabber like this one. I'm just gonna come in with some pink ink and just add a little something in the center, a little further out on the larger ones, because when you layer this on top, it'll be harder to see if you only stick to the very center. So a little bit there. And these are basically like Becca's Cinch and Go flowers. You can wet them, you can do all kinds of fun things. For today, I'm just gonna layer them up. But so I'll go around and do that. Little green on the leaves, a little bit of orange on these guys, a little bit of a darker purple on these guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all these different things here. I'm gonna put my leaves to the side in just a minute. I brought out some different types of dimensional adhesives because when you go to put this together, your dies will come on a carrier that has some information on the back. So I printed mine out for the mini 3D Vignette Floral Mason jar. And again, it's black and white. So it does show you some information about how you might want to layer them though. So really sweet. And again, how dimensional you'd like for them to be. Do you want them to be just flat? However you want to do them, it's up to you. Let me get some glue going. Hopefully this will be ready. Okay, so on let's start with this one here. What I would consider a tulip. I don't know. This little skinny piece is going to go on here somewhere. So I'm just going to put a little glue on here just because it's easier to put it there than to put it on this small piece. And I'm just going to glue this down. Now I did the same color for all these, but if you're doing like a white or, you know, coloring from white paper or different tones of paper, that's up to you. That guy's going to go there and this guy's going to go on here. And then this guy. Or underneath, however you want to do it, right? So for this one, I'm going to use just some little scraps of like dimensional adhesives that I have. And I'll put some on here. I think this actually will work on this one. Put it right there, basically right over the top of that same shape. And then for the next one, I guess I'll wait for this to dry a little bit. I'll take another little scrap of adhesive. Let me see how I want to do this one. And whoopsie. Put that on there. That worked out. A little bit showing. I'll cut that off. Just a little bit peeking out back there. And then this one goes over on this side. I'm going to put it right over the top. And that's as dimensional as I'm going to make this guy. Okay. Again, you can maybe do some layers flat and then build it up from there. For the next guy, very simple. I'm just going to pop in a little circular piece here. Just in that center. And then I'm just going to add another one. Again, I didn't mess with these, but if you wanted to make them more dimensional, you know, you can crunch them up and do fun things like that. And on top of that, I'm just going to pop in one of these little yellow centers that I also cut out when I cut out the tulip flower, and I'll do that for all these guys. And this guy you can do different ways. I know it's hard to see here. My pieces are down here somewhere. Let's see. And the images there, you have this, you have that, and you have this guy. It's just basically these three pieces. And from that same one that cuts the tulip, it also cuts these little green pieces. Let me see if I can get this out of the way here. I can work on this. All right. And, you know, depending on how you see it, does the green piece go at the end first, however you want. But basically, I want you to notice there's a larger piece and that's a little bit smaller. This one kind of, it goes in the background. So I'm just going to cut another scrap of dimensional adhesive. Just like that. I'm going to eyeball what I'm doing here just so you can actually see them poking out back there. And then this guy goes on top of this. Again, do you want to keep them all flat or however you want to layer them up? Let me take a little scrap of this adhesive. And let's see if that'll work. Oh, that'll work in this direction. And then we have that little green piece that's going to be kind of, I'm eyeballing this part. I'm putting it a little bit lower. If you want to put it right up on top, however you want to do this. I'm putting mine just a little bit lower so that you can still see that back piece. But wherever you want to put it. And then behind this, we're putting this little piece here. I put it on this, you can put it behind here, however you need it to be. And we have this little piece that looks like a little bottom bulb. Again, if you want to put it under this guy, however you like. And that's how I'm gonna make a flower. So I'll do the same for all of them and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm telling you guys, just minutes of cutting and a little decorating, and look how pretty they look all together. Oh my gosh. I didn't envision that at all. They're just gorgeous. So we have a little work to do to put our card together here. So I have my card base again from the card kit. I cut this paper down to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 because I want it to just be inside the card base. But if you want to, do a 1/4 inch, then you can do 5 1/2 by 4. I just wanted it to be very much in there. I thought that would be really cute to really fill it up. So I'm gonna put this on here. And it's a very, very small amount on either side here. And this time it doesn't matter, but make sure your card is opening in the right area when you go to put all your other fun things. Okay, a couple things we gotta do here. I'm gonna trim off the tabs, and you would do this if you were making the 3D vignette just for the front and the back pieces. You would just clip off those little tabs. And to get this guy ready for shakering, I grabbed a piece of acetate. I already cut it down. What I did was just kind of measure this area. And then, of course, it gives me like a square piece. And all I did, and I probably need to check that again because I'm sure I just moved it around, is just look on the back and see what else I need to trim off. So I have my little piece here. And you see it's right there. Maybe I need to trim off this little extra piece here. And I'm going to glue that down. And I'm going to put the glue on this piece. Of course. I'll be careful. I don't want glue all over the place, so I'm trying to see where I'm going first. There we go. And since I have my lid, and I also want the lid to actually take in some of the little sticks and all that, what I'm going to do, and actually you could pop this up and it'll be another area of dimension, but I'm going to stick it right down. So I do need to get rid of this top blue piece. And there's already a score line there, so I'm just going to cut that away. I don't need any of that part, but I'm going to wait for this to dry a little better, and I'll be right back. So we have our pieces here. What I'm going to do, and this is kind of, I'm kind of making this up, so hopefully this will work out here. Because I want the stems to be in there, but I also want to make it a shaker, so we're going to do this a few different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and I'm just lining it up with the little top area there. Eyeballing that side to side. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to pop some of these sticks in through here, and then we're going to add our dimensional. Now I can go all the way to the edge. I hope you saw that. Like trap it here. Just to glue it on the side there, or you can just let it, float around in there. That'd be good too. However you want to do it. I'm just going to start off with some of these just to get it going. And you can also kind of pay attention to about how high you need them to be if this is on your card. It might be too long. We can also cut them down later, so I'm not going to worry about that. I do not want glue right there. So I'm just going to come in here and, again, just hold them down till it's set up. I'll put another one in. I'll probably do 3 or 4 of these. And then I'm going to put some on the card base itself, too. And you can do this however you want. Of course, I'm making this up as I go, so there's no rhyme or reason here. I just know that I like my flowers to go kind of crisscross this way and that way, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'll put a couple more in, and then there'll probably be some on the card base itself, just to make that work. So it might even be that there'll be 4 on the card base itself and 3 up here. So we'll deal with that in just a minute, but for now I'm just going to do this and hold on to them, and I'll be right back. Let this go, but again, we'll trim these down to wherever we want them to be and just put the flowers in there however we want. So I am going to kind of eyeball that. And like maybe this one can go out this way. I'm gonna put these down flat. So I'll take a minute to kind of do that, arrange them how I think I want them to be. And what I'm gonna do is do this one first. And see kind of where the jar would be. And see that it's coming out of the jar instead of like out of the side or something weird like that, right? So I'm just checking that out. And then maybe I'll do this one, and then I'll fill it in with the others, just so I have a parameter already set. of how far this can go out. I'm going to turn this one. Before I really stick that down, I'm going to bring this guy back. And again, that's as far as I can probably take it and still look okay. So I'm going to do that. And then the other two, I'll just kind of place them in here somewhere, okay? I think that's going to be good. And we can put our leaves yet, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. So the next step I'm going to do is go ahead and put my foam adhesive on the back of this. And so I'm going to put a little bit up high just because to give it that support. I'll trim that. I might trim that a little better in a minute. And then I'm just going to frame this whole thing out with foam tape. Now, obviously there's some curves and things, so it's going to take me a little minute to do this. But, you know, just go from edge to edge. I don't like the way that's pokey like that. There we go. And that's going to hold in your glitters. So just take your time and go around every little piece and making sure whenever you start the next piece, it is butted up to the last piece. That way none of your glitters or whatever you put in there will fall out. Okay, so I'm just going to go around. Like here, it's just going to be a little section. Just making sure that I'm completely butted up to the last section. And then I'll keep going from there. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, so I frame that out, and usually, you know, I'll look at the front and see if anything sticks out. I'll just trim it away if there's any foam coming out the front there. I don't want to put too much sequins because we have all our little stems and things, so I'm just going to put a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of white sequins that I have. Again, not too much. And a little bit of this blue sequins that I have because I think that'll be cute, like water. That might be a little too much already. Okay. So I'm going to set this down, and then we're going to finish off by putting up our little flowers and things, but I might have gone a little higher with it. So let's put it down here. Yeah, I want to bring it down quite a bit more and flatten it out. And I'm going to bring this as low as I can on my card because I want all that room for my flowers at the top. So I'm just bringing it all the way down. Hopefully you can see. And it's pretty centered, but you know. So I think this is going to be good enough to hold it down. If you want to put a little wet glue because you have sequins or because you have the sticks and you want to make sure that that glue doesn't open up where the little sticks are, that's up to you. The wet glue will kind of seep in there and help you seal it. But I think we're going to be good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the finished product. Look how cute. So we have our little shaker, all our little stems in there, and we're going to line these guys up. So I kind of had an idea of how I wanted to do this with the different flowers. So maybe this guy can go up here. Even sticking off the top of the card I thought was really cute. So we'll see about that. We'll definitely trim these other guys down. I'm trying to see the background flowers first. And I have an extra pink one, so I got to get that guy in somewhere. He might have to go in here. And then we have all these other ones. Oh my gosh. Super full. And that's why I really love the APG this month, because when you make the 3D one, it is super full of flowers, like so adorable. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm gonna move these guys off. I'm gonna trim some of these back already, even though, just to get them out of the way a little bit. And then we can work on these guys over here. So maybe I'll put that one a little bit more this way. We also have our leaves to put in. I mean, this is gonna be super full. However you want to do this, you know. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna use too many leaves, to be honest. Let's see here. Let's put this one here. This guy there. I'm not gonna put too much glue in case I want to tuck some leaves in behind, so I'm just gonna put this one here. And this guy, I like where he looks. So again, I'm just putting the glue kind of in the center. That way when I tuck leaves in, I can do that and not have too much of a problem there. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Okay. Do that there. And then these guys are going to be up here somewhere. Like that. We can put some leaves back here. Let's put this guy back in here somewhere. And as you can see, I'm just tucking it in. It doesn't have to be coming off of a stem or anything because it's going to be covered up anyway. It's just there for filler, and you can see how pretty that is. So I'll do the same. I'm just going to get some leaves and tuck them in here and there just for the greenery. Maybe tuck this one in back here somewhere. Maybe it'll show through. So pretty. Let's put that down. You know, it might be cute to leave that little leaf there. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this one. He's kind of in front of this flower. You know, make him look a little more organic, right? So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna tuck some leaves in here and there. Put these three on top just like this. This is so fun to just kind of play with. I love it. And since I have this bare one here, what I'm gonna do is bring in some of the smaller leaves and just tuck them in here. And maybe this one over here, just to have it on there. And I'm gonna wait for that to set up just because I can see it wants to fall back. So I will wait just a couple of seconds here and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I decided to tuck one more leaf back there. So I'm just kind of looking at this. I think I'm gonna put this guy here and he can kind of glue to his stem, but also to this leaf here. So I'm just putting plenty of glue, and wherever it sticks, that'd be great. So I'm gonna put that guy there. On this one, I have a little bit of dimensional because it's going to hang off the side, so I just want to make sure that it has what it needs there. I'm going to put a little glue on this, and I'm just going to pop that on there. So it has that dimensional, help it stay in place, plus the little glue that's on the stem. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am like, this is so pretty. Okay, and then this last guy, I wasn't sure what he all needs, so I haven't done anything with him yet. So I don't know if I'm going to tuck him in here. With these guys, how much further down he needs to be. I'm gonna let that set up. I think we're gonna have to tuck him in like this and then maybe put some dimensional behind him. Okay. Maybe in here. I can still kind of tuck him in. With all the different layers and stuff, you can do however you like, obviously. Look at that. I'm trying to get him into this spot here. Okay, I'm gonna give this a minute to set up, especially the pieces that I glued. Look at that. And I still have a leaf, and I'm thinking he needs to go over here. Right? Maybe I can trim it down a little bit to get him behind there. Maybe not. Let's think. Oh, you know what? There's plenty of room. There you go. Those little space under there. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me let this set up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a little tag, and full disclosure, if you want to put the tag and do like a little like twine or something, you could wrap it around this even to make it look like it wrapped around. So obviously I did mine at the end, so I should have done that at the beginning if I was thinking about doing something like that. So I have the stamp of the month here, and oh, look at this little flower, so sweet. I'm gonna do the Happy Hello. I want it to fit in here though, so for it to fit in here, I'm going to stamp part of it and then stamp the other part. So hopefully that makes sense, but we'll talk about that in just a minute here. So hopefully you can kind of see that I have a happy right here. And I'm bending the other part around the corner here. And I am going to eyeball this, so hopefully this will work out for us. And if it doesn't, I'll do it again. So there's a happy. Sweet. And then I'm gonna remove that. And this time we're gonna stamp the hello. Just move a happy around here. You can also do stamp surgery, as I call it, and you can cut it, but I rather just, if I can bend it like this, I'd rather do that. And we have the hello. Oh, okay, now this is where I really gotta pay attention. The stamp of the month is photopolymer. Hello. Aww. I like how it's a little bit rough looking. And then I'm going to cut it out with this. That worked out really well. All right. I'm going to trim this out, run it through real quick, and let's move it over just a little bit this way. And I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys, how sweet is that? I love this little tag, so you can use this for anything. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to take a good little amount here. Again, we could have, like I said, wrapped it around and around however you want. I'm not sure why I got so much of this twine, but that's okay. I just want to make a bow. And sometimes I like to leave it long just so it looks cute, like, I don't know. Alright, so let me play with this a little bit until I'm happy with the way the bow looks, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're happy with this. Aw, I'm just gonna attach that there. So that's it, guys. I hope you like the idea. It worked up, you know, really quickly for something with so much detail and everything. The flowers look so lovely when you just put so many, you know. That's kind of what the effect I was looking for, because I know when you do the 3D vignette, each layer has like 3 or 4 flowers. So when you're looking through, you know, 5 layers, it just looks really substantial. So I was trying to do the same kind of thing with this guy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for my review. This month, I'm telling you, they just knocked out of the park. I think everything's really great this month. So it just seems like, I might say that every month, but this month especially, I really love it. I love the little mechanism for the large die. I have so many ideas to use that. If you haven't seen Spellbinders video, their own video on using the large die, I recommend it because, again, it has all those little pieces that you can use to make just one little movie guy, 3 guys that move, 2, as many as you want, really. Slimline, you can 5x7, you can do whatever size, mini slimline like people are doing nowadays. And then there's also another little piece in there that helps you make a little critter whose head and body moves separately. So cute. So I will definitely follow up with a video on that because I do want to try it out myself. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.